What is shaking, everybody? What a beautiful day we have here at Fieldwork. I'm Tom Tolbert. Ray Ratto to my right. Ray, thank you very much for coming out and hanging out.
Free alcohol? I'd work with Stalin.
What, Stalin?
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm gonna guess.
Gamey at this
yeah,
point.
I'm gonna guess you're gonna draw the line at Hitler, though.
No, that's not.
No, okay. No, Stalin's
He's
not
not
that much. Stalin's not that far behind.
No,
And
not a good guy.
Stalin's pretty bad dude too.
Yeah.
He kind of gets. You know what? Because Hitler is much worse. Well, not much worse. He's worse. Stalin gets a little bit of a pass sometimes. Not really a fan of that. Not really a fan of him killing 20 million people and like sliding through occasionally where people forget how bad he was.
Well,
like he was worse than Pol Pot. It's just Pol Pot is a cooler name. Like Pol Pot's a great name.
wow,
And-
we go off the rails immediately.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the difference is Stalin won the war and Hitler didn't.
He did win the war. He did win the war.
They're all off.
That was actually kind of the turning point in the war. Hitler's hubris, thinking he could go take over Russia, didn't work out for him. And now it's kind of the beginning of the end.
Can you hear people changing the channel now?
Well, it's not a channel, Ray. It's YouTube.
No, but they can get it to another streaming service.
They could. Why would they? Like, you don't get this kind of culture and then dive into sports with anybody, with anybody else. So thank you guys for coming out. We appreciate it. We're just going to ruin your day for an hour and a half or two, but how could your day be ruined? Look at the weather. Great beer here at Fieldwork. Make sure you take care of the staff while you're here, too. The hardworking staff. Make sure you tip them well. The beer is fantastic. Fieldwork has been one of my favorite spots probably for the last decade or so. I met Barry Braden, one of the owners of Fieldwork, over at the Berkeley Fieldwork, and I used to frequent that place quite a bit. The Cellar Maker wasn't here. Bear Bottle I didn't get to. Faction I got to occasionally. Sante Darius wasn't here. You couldn't order beer by mail, so it got left out of a lot of really good beer. And Fieldwork was one of the first craft beers I realized, hey, it's close. I can go over there, have some beers, pick up some of those oil cans for the weekend. And I have been a devout Fieldwork follower / drinker for a while now. So thank you for having us out, Barry. We appreciate it.
The gods smile upon those who tip 25%. That's all I'm going to say.
You know what? That's a great way of putting it. So for those of you that don't know, Ray has been a longtime Bay Area fixture, writer. He worked with me for a couple years on the radio, a couple of the funnest years that I had doing radio. And he could turn a phrase with anybody, one of the smartest guys I know. So I'm happy you came out to join me, my friend.
Like I said, I'm drinking for free.
You are drinking for free. And here, I wanted to say this because I learned this about myself like 3 days ago. So I thought I would share.
Your middle name?
Yeah, no, I know. Byron, Lord, Byron. Here's what I learned. How many times do you get a compliment and you go, oh yeah, but I don't know. Here's my advice to everybody. When somebody gives you a compliment, take it. Just take a compliment. So like if I were to say like you were one of the smartest guys I know, just thank you.
No.
Why am I telling you this?
Yeah.
Why am I telling you this?
You're spitting up the wrong
I am really. I just swimming up the wrong river, pooping down the wrong septic tank. I don't know. I mean, just something. Something's not good.
Wow.
Yeah. Goes
One
down.
hellish reference after another.
Goes down good with your beer, doesn't it? All right, we're going to get to the Micah Parsons. Or maybe we should do that right off the bat because that was the big news of the day. Micah Parsons getting traded to the Green Bay Packers for defensive tackle Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. And I guess the first thing I thought of was Jerry does it again, and not in a good way.
No, he didn't want to lose face because everybody had called him on this every other time he had a contract holdout.
Yep.
He always caved in the end.
Caved and overpaid.
Yeah, and now he's basically become the cranky old man who never leaves the chair and just starts shouting at the children. That's it. Oh, you think I'm going to be that guy, huh? Well, I'm going to be this guy. I'll show you. And the only person he's ever showing is himself. Now, he's now the enfeebled old man, shaking his fist at clouds. This one finished him off. He played it badly from the start. He tried to muscle a guy. The guy, to his discredit, started talking about a contract without his agent in the room.
Yeah.
And then once he realized that Jerry was trying to pull one over on him, said, "No, we're not going to do it that way." And now Jerry's standing there holding the bag. He got 3 human beings, none of whom are going to be as good as Parsons, at a time when he's of the age where the only thing he's got left is to try to win a Super Bowl that doesn't have Jimmy Johnson's name attached to it. And he's not going to be able to do it. He'll go room temperature before that happens.
The crazy thing about it is, and I'm not sure how long him and Jimmy Johnson were going to be good together anyway, but it's hard to believe. Now, I guess it really isn't hard to believe the ego always gets in the way, because if you don't care who gets the credit, God, you could just keep winning and winning and winning. And if just one person is willing to swallow hard and say, I just don't care, I just want to keep winning. And that has kind of been, just to digress, that's kind of been the Warriors. I mean, Steve's not a guy that cares about credit that much, Steve Kerr. He just isn't. He just is happy to win and happy to be a part of it. Joe's a little bit like, Joe likes the credit, I think, and Joe definitely wants to be a guy that's involved with it, and he wants people to know he has his fingerprints on it. It's fine. But Bob and Steve didn't really care all that much about that. But when you have 2 guys that care about it, that's when you get in trouble. Jimmy cared about it, and Jerry cared about it, and that's where that thing ended.
But I think the Jimmy and Jerry thing was more about, I don't know if Jimmy cared as much about getting the credit as much as he cared about Jerry not getting it, which becomes even more toxic, if such a thing is possible.
It's possible.
It's a semantic argument, but I think that's what it really was. I'm not letting you get away with this. Well, I'm not letting you get away with it. And then it became a complete nightmare. I mean, Lacob's going to start wanting credit the moment Curry retires, because right now
Curry predated him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he can think that, but everybody knows he predates Lacob.
Yeah.
Curry was here before
Yeah.
Lacob was. And either Lacob's been convinced or he recognizes inherently that this is Curry's franchise, and it will be till the day he retires, because I don't see him hanging around once he's done playing. And
no, I agree.
The truth is, at that point, credit becomes important because there's less of it to go around.
So Jerry is a guy, because we both watched the special on Netflix, America's Team, which I thought was really good, entertaining. And that's the one thing, if you didn't know about Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, is like he's big on credit. He feels like he knows football, and he's a GM. Like, he's the owner GM, and that's the most dangerous kind, because he thinks he knows when he doesn't know, but there's nothing you can do about it because he also owns the team.
Yeah.
Right? The best move he ever made was to hire Jimmy Johnson, and if he would have got out of the way, who knows how many Super Bowls they win. Maybe not anymore. I mean, it's possible. But he's just a guy that and look, he owns the team. If you want to do it, do it. But it's not to the benefit of the team. It's to your benefit is what you're doing.
He didn't make his money in football. He made his money in oil. He's an oil guy.
Yeah.
And
got lucky on one gusher.
That's all you got to do. I mean, Lacob got lucky on one point guard.
Yep.
You just have to be really lucky one time and then not screw that up. And as far as oil goes, Jerry hasn't screwed that up.
Yeah.
But he imagined he's a genius at something he's not a genius at. And that's the fastest way to either go broke or look stupid that there is. And so now he's both of those. I mean,
well, we talked about it on the way over here. He's like Al Davis, except Al Davis knew football.
Yeah.
And Al Davis, the thing about Al Davis was he knew football, but he knew football in the 70s and 80s, and that didn't work in the later stages of his career as an owner. But he tried to make it work, and he's the owner, so you got to go along with it. So that screwed everything up. But at least he knew football at one point.
He knew football until it became important that Marcus Allen not get credit for being Marcus Allen.
There's that credit thing again.
And at that point, it all melted. And that's the thing. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's credit is the thing. One, it destroys most bank accounts.
Yep.
And two, it destroys most teams.
Yep.
The best owner is the one you can never see. The best owner is the one who signs the checks,
yep,
hires a smart guy, and then goes to live in the south of France and never comes back. Just watch the money roll in. It's not hard.
I know, but they can't do it because that's not who they are and that's not how they're built, right? Yeah. They're built to like, let me do this. It's my idea. I did it. We did it. Whatever it is. It's too much. And that's really, when you watch the special, that's the one thing that jumps out at you is this guy is really concerned with getting the credit and really wants to not only run the Cowboys, but run every aspect of the Cowboys. And that's just hubris. I mean, it's not going to work. I don't know if he knows. Obviously, he doesn't know.
No, he
it.
knows it. He doesn't care.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, who's going to tell him no? His kid?
No, well, maybe, but he's not going to listen anyway.
His kid's just waiting for him to flatline.
Yeah.
And then he can be Jerry.
Yeah. So
with
anyway.
even fewer credentials.
Micah Parsons goes to the Green Bay Packers. Kenny Clark, defensive tackle, who's a really good defensive tackle. And 2 first-round draft picks go to the Cowboys. So let's put the Cowboys aside because the Cowboys are one of those teams. They're much like the Yankees or whoever that they get talked about too much regardless of where they are in the standings.
Well, I mean, not the Yankees so much anymore. The Lakers get talked about way more than the Cowboys.
Definitely the Lakers.
And, of course,
so how does this affect the Packers? Does this put the Packers in the mix for the Super Bowl in the NFC?
I think it makes them a possibility. I mean, I don't think it makes them as good as Detroit yet. But
I don't know, though. Detroit lost both their coordinators.
Well, I mean, they're still coordinators. If you've got most of the players left, I mean, Penei Sewell's still going to block everything under the sun. You know, they've still got more elite running backs than anybody else in the NFL.
Yeah. Although Niners are closing the gap.
Really, until they vomited all over themselves against Washington in the playoff, they were probably the best team in the game. So I don't think they've fallen off so much.
Oh, hold your mic up.
Okay.
So we can hear you.
All right. Why do you want to hear me?
Well, because people are here. They want to hear you.
Why are we ruining their perfectly good time?
I didn't say they wanted to look at you. I said they wanted to hear you.
I don't buy either one of those promises.
Well, neither do I, but I'm trying to make you feel good.
No, I think Micah Parsons makes the Packers better. The Packers were a playoff team last year. So by logic, they will be materially better than they were a year ago, barring injury. I mean, the teams that will get subsumed by the Packers getting better are, the Cowboys for sure fall off.
Yes.
Whatever's in the NFC South, and probably whoever you think the second best team in the NFC West is. The Packers are going to take a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And the idea that they did this at such a cheap cost, I mean, that's the kind of trade you make when you put the value of the team ahead of whatever your fantasies about the 2028 season are. You're going for it now. And teams that tend to go for it now are better off now than teams that don't.
Yeah, here's the question I have about the Packers. Is Jordan Love going to be the guy from 2 years ago or last year? Because I don't think he took that step last year. And they have, Jacobs was fantastic last year. That was a really good signing by the Packers. They got like 9,000 receivers. Christian Watson wasn't the receiver they thought he was going to be, but Wick stepped up. They got Golden. They got other guys. They got 2 tight ends, Tucker Kraft being one of them. Like, it should be a really good offense if Jordan Love is the guy. We don't know yet. I mean, I think when it comes to the NFL, we put these tags on quarterbacks, bust, or the next thing way too soon. I mean, I'd say give me at least 2 years to watch you play. Like Brock Purdy, when Brock Purdy was apparent to me, Brock Purdy was pretty good. I was like, give him another 6 games just in case. I go, because you don't know. Everybody thought Jameis Winston was pretty good when he started out. Everybody thought Marcus Mariota was pretty good when he started out. Carson Wentz was going to win the MVP before he got hurt. So it just, you don't know. I think Love is going to be okay, but I'm not positive.
I think he's going to be better than he was last year simply by the fact that the Packers are going to have a significantly better defense. So he's not going to have to score 31 a game.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes life easier. I mean, the Brock Purdy lesson is everything you need to know.
Yep.
There's nothing about him that's super. But he plays on a team that, when it's healthy, likes to run the ball and keep you from moving.
Got to get your mic up.
That makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah. Now, it'll be
I don't know that Love is the thing that's going to make or break them.
You saying Love isn't the answer? Or Love is the answer?
Never the answer.
Love isn't the answer, is it?
Forensics is the answer. Whatever you can get away with is really the goal.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think they play week 4. I think the Packers visit Dallas, visit the Cowboys in Dallas. So that should be an interesting.
Well, by then the Cowboys will be 1-2, and people will be demanding heads on pikes.
Yeah, probably.
Because this was the deal that finally exposed the myth of Jerry. Because the myth of Jerry is, even if he screws up a contract, at least they know how to draft good players.
Yeah.
And when you get rid of a guy just as he's entering his genuine prime over money, I mean, what, Jerry's not going to take it with him. There's not going to be a separate coffin for the bag. You know, it just, what's he saving it for, Stevie? You know,
I think Steve could be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you fought with a guy that you needed more than he needs you. And the only cost to Parsons is he's going to have to play 2 games neck deep in snow. That's the entirety of the punishment he will face. Yeah, because he's going to get paid what he wants. Because what are the Packers going to do? Make him a holdout too? No, it just, Jerry got in the way of the thing he's always said was most important to him, which is, I want to win. I want another ring. Well, you're not going to get one. Yeah. Nice going, stupid.
This didn't help. All right, let's shift to the 49ers before we get to some other topics. I have a feeling they're going to have wanted signs outside of Santa Clara looking for wide receivers, because their wide receiver depth is minimal at best. Ayuk being out probably for the first 5 to 8 games. Juwan Jennings with the calf injury / I'd like a new contract a year after I just got a new contract, which the Niners are not inclined to acquiesce to his demands. So right now it's what? Pearsall, Sky Moore, Gage, Demarcus Robinson's going to miss the first 3 games because of a DUI and various traffic difficulties. Where are you at with the Niners right now? They did add Brian Robinson, which gives them probably, if they stay healthy, one of the top 4 or 5 running back tandems in the game if McCaffrey and Robinson are healthy. Kittle's back. That's good. The offensive line still, if Williams goes down, forget it. They go from like a top 12, 15 offensive line to like a bottom 8 offensive line without Williams.
Yeah, if Williams goes down, we don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah, you're probably right. Where are you at with the Niners right now? And the schedule too.
They are in a weird way in the same position that the Cowboys are. They have a holdout. They can't replace that holdout. So what's more important to them?
Yeah, but Jennings ain't Micah Parsons.
I'm not talking about equivalent, but they need him and can't replace him. Where they're going to get another guy as good as him. He doesn't have to be one of the 3 best receivers, but they don't have a replacement for him at a time when they're trying to be in a Super Bowl conversation. So that's when they have to eat. And if they don't eat it, it means that money's more important than winning. And they've always said that winning was more important than money. Well,
I think sometimes principle has to take over, though, too. You can't keep giving guys new contracts a year after you gave them a new contract.
That's a problem for the accounting department. Can you replace Juwan Jennings or not? It's a very simple question. And if you don't think that's the question, then you're running a bank, not a football team. And when I say you, I mean them.
No, I got that.
Well, you look like a magnate.
How could you tell? I got glasses on. Can't tell anyway. I was thinking or looking.
No, to me, it's a linear thing. You're either a football team or you're a bank.
Are they good enough with the depleted receiving core? Just Kittle, Robinson, McCaffrey, Pearsall. Is that good enough to go 3-1 the first 4?
No.
Really? So it's not that tough.
I don't believe that, and it's not really about the first 4 games. I mean, I should amend that. Maybe they can go 3-1, but it's where they can go 3-1 at the end.
Well, by then Ayuk could be back.
By then
Ayuk could be back.
Yeah. No, I think the problem that they've got is that if they lose one guy, and this is an old roster, if they lose Williams or McCaffrey or Kittle, like they did last year, or they lose Fred Warner, they can't replace any of them. They can't come close on any of them. Yeah. So they have to keep 3 aging guys and a guy in his prime completely healthy to play all 17. The odds against that in the modern NFL are fairly thin. So you can't start playing around at the edges and going, well, we can get by without X or we can get by without Y. No, you can't. Are you trying to win now? Do you think you're going to be as good in 3 years as you are this year? I would suggest that they won't be.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to depend on how you draft, but I think
Are you going to get to the game? Are you going to be laying face first on bourbon?
No, those days are over. I like my beer, but I'm not. The face down days are over. The taking a dump in random garbage cans, those days are over, Ray.
Well, it's Thursday. Let's not lose all perspective. No,
it's got to be a metal garbage can, though. I have standards.
The New Orleans trip sounds like the one where you're going to wonder on Sunday morning, do I really want to go watch that game?
No,
Saints are the worst team in football.
I know.
And so the moment you go into the stadium, you're going into the worst part of town.
Yeah.
Just by definition.
Okay.
You may stay in New Orleans, but you may skip the game.
No, skipping the damn game. That's why we're going. Oh, and
no, that's why you say you're going.
And Florida at LSU.
Okay, that's different.
Night game in the swamp.
You have to do that. That's it. That's like going to the Vatican to watch a soccer game in a tavern.
Yeah. You know what I love about the SEC? And I always used to have this joke about the intellect of SEC fans. Like SEC football stadiums per capita, I'm not sure what that means, but they have more stadiums that have the 5-yard increments marked off. So it goes like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And I was like, that makes sense because they can't get to 10. They got to get to 5 and they can start over again. I don't tell that joke anymore, even though it's probably still appropriate.
Yes.
Don't you think?
From the Oxford of the Desert, the University of Arizona.
Hey, we're number 1 in astronomy. Number 1.
Who's number 2? And what year did you beat them?
Don't know. I heard it was a real bloodbath, though.
University of Mars.
They got after it. they were beating each other with telescopes. the old ones. You just
Oh yeah,
the old pirate ones.
yeah.
Oh man.
No, I think Florida LSU. I mean, you got to do that. It
Yeah, that'll be
literally
fun.
It's a pilgrimage
Yeah.
because you've got to see what the South is about now, what college football is about. Because college football is about 34 teams, in the Midwest and the Southeast. Everything else is the big sky.
Yeah.
And for all the people who think that college football's never been better, no, it hasn't. It's never been more regional. In 10 years, people west of Austin are not going to watch a single game because it's not going to impact them. Cal may still be playing. I don't know if Stanford will be. What's in it for them? I mean, they're losing to YouTube kickers.
All right, give me a storyline in the NFL you're looking forward to see how it plays out this year.
Jaden Daniels.
See if he can repeat what he did last year.
Well, because if he can't, Washington's mediocre again.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough around him to make them an 11-win team. And if they're 8-9, well, they're not making it anyway. If they're 9-8, they probably aren't. I mean, he's got to be better. He's got to be the kind of quarterback where you hit gold on day one and you just got lucky because he got better.
Yeah.
And it's not about the people around him because he makes so many plays on his own. So he, as much as anybody, is going to define what the NFC race is going to be. The AFC is whether Patrick Mahomes can choke one more championship out of that thing before it dies, while trying to keep Travis Kelce's mind where it's supposed to be. And that's an arrogant thought because where his mind is supposed to be is, quite frankly, on his future wife.
Exactly.
I mean, Andy Reid's a nice guy and all, but he's not going to be living next to with Andy Reid the rest of his life.
Highly doubtful.
Unless something goes horribly wrong.
So I got two. I'm curious to see how J.J. McCarthy leads that still very talented Minnesota Viking roster where Sam Darnold comes in. The expectations weren't high. Sam Darnold had a great year and then gets paid by Seattle. So I'm curious if J.J. McCarthy is ready. They're not going to ask him to do a ton. They got Jones and Mason as their running backs. Jefferson catches everything. I think Addison may have got suspended for the first part of the season. But once he's back, Hawkinson at tight end, they got the weapons. So we'll see. And what I really want to see is with Liam Cohn in Jacksonville, can Trevor Lawrence finally be what we thought he was going to be? We know he has elite hair. Like, he probably has the best quarterback hair in the league. We got that. That's not going anywhere. Can he be the number one pick that we thought he was going to be? Can his quarterbacking match his hair? If his quarterbacking matches his hair, Jacksonville could be in the Super Bowl this year because his hair is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, his hair is, there's no question, his hair is elite. His game's not elite, but the hair is. But Liam Cohn, look what he did with Baker Mayfield. Canales, they got it going. Cohn was fantastic. They had a really good offense last year in Tampa Bay. So now you got Brian Thomas Jr. coming off fantastic year. You got Travis Hunter, who's kind of a freak. You have, I don't know who's their tight end, Ogden Strange. Is that their tight end down in Jacksonville?
You're asking him to look at a screen in the sun.
Is Strange the tight end in Jacksonville? Yeah.
Depth chart.
Yeah.
You're a bastard.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a taskmaster, Ray.
But
I am curious to see, like, because he was one of those guys, and that's what I'm talking about. Early on in his career, you go, oh, he looks the part. He's the only guy out of that draft that you would take. And now you're not even sure if you would take that guy. You're like, I don't know if I want Trevor Lawrence leading my team. Well, guess what? It sets up this year. You got the weapons, you got the coaching, you got the hair. Let's get it done.
I don't know he's got the coaching. I don't think that's been proven at all.
Well, he's got the offensive coaching in Cohen. Now, I don't know if that translates to being a head coach.
But there's a huge difference because The Chicago Bears hire offensive coordinators with great reputations all the time.
Got another one this year, Ben
and
Johnson.
They remain the Chicago Bears. I'm a big believer in you are what your history tells you are. And the Bears have not had a quarterback to get excited about since Sid Luckman.
It's a long time.
And the Jaguars have not been a good team since Tom Coughlin was trying to win every game 3-2.
I was pretty pumped when Avellini was running around.
You weren't. you were a Vince Carter guy. No, I don't think Jacksonville is that talented yet. They have weapons, but are they going to keep other teams out of the end zone? I mean, they got boat raced a few times last year. Do you think that Trevor Lawrence can score 5 times a game? I mean, I'm talking about 31. I'll give him one field goal. Well, they got Cam Little. He could kick 7 from 70.
I tell you what, coming out of college, I thought he could be that guy. And it looked early on in his career he might be able to be that guy. But it hasn't looked that way for a couple of years now. But look, when you have Urban Meyer, and I thought Peterson was going to be a guy there. He really wasn't. And then maybe Cohn won't either. You can't assume because the guy's a really good offensive coordinator all of a sudden the offense where he's going to is going to really perk up. You're right. You don't know that. But I'm curious to see, like, that's just one of the storylines I'm looking forward to watching.
Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to argue with your storyline. I'm just trying to tell you how it's going to end up.
Oh, okay, well, I don't need to watch it anymore then.
It's 5-12.
I should be good.
Yeah.
I should be good.
That is 3 hours every Sunday. You don't have to invest.
I don't.
In a dry well.
Yeah, don't have to invest in that.
You're welcome.
Don't have to invest in the Saints except for one game. Who else don't I have to invest in that I don't want to invest in this year? I really don't want to invest.
Yes. You want to?
Yeah, I don't want to invest in the Browns.
No,
at all.
You want to see if Pete Carroll still got game.
Well, I want to watch Ashton Genty. So that's a reason to watch. And Max Crosby is always a reason to watch a game anyway.
Yeah, but
I don't mind watching the Raiders.
Still a team that wins 5 every year.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll is the most interesting hire I think they've made since first Gruden. And that's because they thought they had something with Antonio Pierce, but it turned out Antonio Pierce was the mean old hall monitor.
He was the Mike Singletary of the Raiders.
So they've hired a guy who's trying to rebuild everybody's love of the game, because nobody's better at that, even at his age, than Pete Carroll. Now, does he still have that much of a gift? That, to me, is kind of interesting. It's not interesting enough for me to put it in the top 2, because the Raiders are the Raiders, and they're going to be the Raiders until the day they prove otherwise. But it's such an out-of-the-box hire, and I get why they did it. And maybe it makes them 8-9. But that's a huge leap from the year before, and the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. Raider fans are the most put-upon people in all of American sports. Nobody's been more mistreated more often than them. They deserve something. And I'd like to see if they can get it before Pete Carroll goes on the slab.
Pete Carroll, the strongest jaw muscles in the world. Can you imagine how strong that guy's jaw muscles are? He chews, I don't know how much gum he goes through a day, but he chews at 1,000 miles an hour. If he were a cannibal, he'd be a piranha. I mean, he'd be able to devour a human being in less than 3 minutes.
Well, he's got titanium teeth.
Oh, I mean, it's incredible.
There's no chance that you can, you could put a bar of concrete in his mouth, and that thing's sand by the third quarter. But to me, there's something either wildly genius about that hire or contemptibly stupid. And there's no middle ground. Because if he's done, they're 2-15.
Yeah.
They're as bad as the Saints. And R.I.P. Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
But if he can get good players to play hard and care about where they are, maybe they're 8-9.
Maybe. Yeah, Seattle I have no interest in. I I don't think I have much interest in the Steelers. I'm done with discount double check and that crap. It's just I'm over it. But Burrow's worth the price of admission. So is Lamar Jackson. Like those two, when they play each other, that's must see TV. I love watching that game. Chargers,
I mean,
Broncos.
I'd like to say this is a make or break year for Justin Herbert, but I don't know if it is because I think the Chargers have too many flaws everywhere else.
Yeah, I think you're right. But you're right. With him, he's one of those guys. He looks the part. He looked better his first year, and he's just been okay. And in the playoffs, he has not been good.
No.
Last year, he was downright brutal
But
in the playoffs.
in fairness to him, he wasn't good enough to take a flawed team and beat a better one.
True.
So I don't know how much of that is on him.
Because they had 0 receivers last year.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Richard, well, they didn't. They had McConkey. Doesn't his helmet look like the Great Kazoo?
oh no.
Like it's a huge helmet on his head?
He could bail out a boat with that.
Oh, that thing is incredible.
And it looks worse because it's a white helmet.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes you look cranially lopsided more than a white helmet.
That helmet would be too big for Bochy.
Oh yeah,
That's how big that helmet is.
but it's like the Cardinals helmet.
It's insane.
When
You could
watch the
fit a case of beer in that helmet.
Oh.
And there's McConkey wearing it's like
Well, you know the story about Bochy in the minor leagues, right?
yeah, the 12-pack of beer in the helmet.
Yeah,
It's an incredible story.
it is.
Like I don't know who has the biggest head. Bochy, John Thompson, or Arvydas Sabonis. I'd say Sabonis because he's bigger anyway.
Bochy, Thompson.
Yeah, it could be. Because Thompson's got a massive head, but man, Sabonis. If Sabonis and Bochy headbutted each other, the San Andreas would be toast. I mean, there'd be like a 9.2 here in San Leandro.
They'd be picking corpses out of the rubble.
It'd be unbelievable. It'd be like Wonder Twin powers. Activate. And they just hit each other. They hit their heads together. Boom.
No, there'd only be one.
You think one would die?
Well, no, the explosion.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, just there's not a chance that there'd be a second.
Yeah, Sabonis, he might have won at 10.
I'll be honest with you. I think you could fit Bochy's head inside Sabonis's. Sabonis is the original Russian doll.
His head was so big. I mean, just it was unbelievable.
And the amazing thing is, he was a great player here after he was done in Europe.
Yeah, no. I figured it out. I navigated this thing out. It would take Magellan 3 days to sail around Arvydas Sabonis' head. That's how big it is. Well, it's incredible. And if he took a wrong turn, he'd never be found. He
could dock at one of his ears for supplies.
He'd never be found.
No.
All right, we got to get to.
I'm sobering up. Can I get one of these?
Yeah, I guess I could.
What would I do to signal that I needed another one? I would yell in the middle of the show.
What would Ray do for a Klondike bar? Yeah, I'll take. I was drinking the what's up or what's wait and see. Yeah, that was tasty.
I mean, you drink anything out of a cop's shoe. What do you
I would. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's got to be lieutenant or higher. I have standards, Ray. All right, we got to get into this. For those that didn't see, you may have noticed or heard this story that Bill Belichick is dating a woman named
Jordan
Hudson, who's 49 years his junior. He is 74. She's 25. When he was 48, she wasn't born. Let that
but she
sink
was a
in.
precocious fetus.
Yeah, let that sink in. 49-year gap. The imagery just makes me shudder. And if while I'm telling you this is the first time you heard this story, your reaction should be this. Ew. That's the proper reaction. The proper reaction isn't, well, they love each other, that's cool, whatever. No, it's ew. Ew. You kidding? 49 years. Oh, it's just not. It's just not right. It just. It, I'm sorry.
For a while. I'm going to try to recompose myself.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just everybody and those people that say, "Hey, no, I'm cool with it," just as long as they love each other, that's fine. Yeah. If you had a daughter who was 24 and she rolled in with a 74-year-old dude, you tell me you said the same thing then. I'm pretty sure at that point you'd go, "Ew," or worse. You might be.
I don't think it gets worse than ew.
Well, I mean, you could do something to get put in jail. That's a possibility as well.
You get to fill in all the blanks with ew.
Yeah. So a couple months ago, Bill Belichick ended up on a TV show. It was like a CBS TV show where he was supposed to be promoting his book. Of course, they asked him questions about Jennifer Hudson and
Jordan Hudson.
Jordan Hudson, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure Jennifer Hudson's name did not come up.
Great singer, though.
Yeah,
Fantastic
singer.
He was
discussing that.
No, I don't think he would. He probably would have been happy to go ahead and do that. Jordan. In the background, you could hear, we're not talking about that. It was more like this. We're not talking about that. Like, where'd that come from? It was Jordan Hudson saying they're not talking about that, which obviously any reporter worth his or her salt is going to ask about that because that's what's going to draw ratings. You're going to ask, you don't care about the book. They should have known this. But anyway, it's just Jordan Hudson kind of controlling the situation. So now, thank you, sir. They are, Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson are trademarking the term gold digger. I think they're just screwing with us at this point. Because, I mean, they're for jewelry, I guess, trinkets, novelties, phony dog poop. For those of you that are fans of, God, what movie was that?
Just novelty items.
Yes. What was the name of the movie, though? Is God dang it.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
No,
I don't
it was
know.
with Val Kilmer. Where he goes, novelties, party favors, phony dog poop. And he goes,
Love's Labor's Lost.
What phony dog poop? I didn't bring any phony dog poop. Where's my buddy Todd Link? He would know that. So yes, it's gonna be trademarked if they get their way for trinkets, jewelry, and such. And I don't know if they're just messing with us at this point.
No.
I mean, I don't. What did you make of this? Because, like, are you serious? You seriously want to trademark that? Like, what? Like, what are we doing?
Here's what we're doing.
You know what they should trademark? Ew. That's what they should trademark. They make millions.
No, here's what they're trademarking. They are trademarking every gullible sap within 100-mile radius of Chapel Hill. They'll get enough people just there to cover their nut. And, I mean, how long is she going to be able to cash in on him? I mean, he's not going to be a coach for more than 3 years tops. I mean, it's North Carolina, which is more than their relationship. So, I mean, they're striking while the iron is hot. It's a business deal. That's why I'm not as on their as you are. I'm
big. I'm big.
But I'll bet Monday night when I'm watching TCU in Carolina, I will emit an or two.
As you should.
Because that's going to be some bad football.
As you should.
And I don't watch a lot of college football because it gives me a rash.
Well, I tell you what they could do if they wanted to make a bunch of money. Their uniforms. You know how each team, I don't know if they do it in college now, but they do it in the NBA and pro sports where they have the logo on the jersey. Dude, throw a Viagra on the UNC jerseys. Right there. Sponsored by Viagra. Money. I mean, it'd be like you're printing money over there. You kidding me?
That's just excessively because that's the one thing I definitely don't want to know about with them.
And so,
more than anything else.
Can you imagine, though, North Carolina gets going at home. They're down 14. They come back, take the lead 17-14, and you're the announcer. You're going, oh, this crowd's aroused. And then you pan to the Viagra on the jersey. I mean, look, yeah, I come up with a whole bunch of them.
I want you to take this in the spirit in which it's given. I hate you right now. I can't get that out of my head.
Oh, the defense is stiff. See, it doesn't end. You just keep clicking them off.
Stop it. I'll confess to murder. What do you want?
It's just that simple. Well, I mean, if they want to make money, I'm just saying there are easier ways to make money. If they want to make it quicker, they'll use Cialis.
All he has to do is go 7-5, and they'll buy anything they're selling. They don't even have to advertise.
Yeah.
It'll be in the Tar Heel store or tarheelstore.com.
The other news in football, but not in football, outside of football, is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift announcing their upcoming nuptials on the Kelce Brothers podcast. I think it's New Heights podcast. And now that one I don't care about, because they're like, same age, cool, whatever, get married. I don't need to know about it. I'm not that interested in it. I know everybody else is, because everybody loves Taylor Swift. So whatever. My mind immediately went to, what do you get them? And then did they have a registry? What could they possibly want that they couldn't go out and get themselves? Liechtenstein. She could probably buy Liechtenstein.
Well, you may as well. I mean, go deep or don't go at all.
God, a country. That'd be cool, owning a country.
Andorra's probably more along the lines of
what isn't that Star Wars?
No, Andorra. Try to look at a map. Yeah. Once again, that Tucson education coming up to bite you in the ass. No, to me, everybody. This is a good thing, because everybody who knew this was a publicity stunt when it first happened now have to eat it.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in what the prenup would be. Not because I care who gets the money, but Taylor Swift's a billionaire, or damn close to it. Travis Kelce's not. So how do you draw that one up? Now, you either go all in and just go, we'll split everything at the end. We'll just operate like we live in Colorado. Or there will be an army of lawyers going over that contract in ways that the Chiefs have never seen.
Is that what Colorado is? Just split?
I think Colorado's community property. Take it from me, I've never been divorced in Colorado, so I know what I'm talking about.
And you are. I mean, you could be a good divorce lawyer.
Oh, absolutely. I am Sweet James.
Sweet James. That's still the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, I don't think I would hire you just because your name's Sweet James, your company's Sweet James.
I wouldn't let him bring out a pair of shoes at a Kinney's. I mean, he's
at Kinney's.
If you want,
do they still have Kinney's?
I don't think so. If you want to talk about
Kinney's,
that guy is.
Oh, he got more because his name's Sweet James.
Hello,
Kai's going to be taking over here. He doesn't know what's going on for sure, but he's just chilling over there, having a good time.
He's pointing up at the sky.
You know what he's doing? He wants to see if the Oktoberfest beer is available.
Well, have him get one for you.
He's like, hey, what do we got here? Let's go in there and
put the little weirdo to work.
So I was thinking, what do you think about this? And again, I don't know if they have a registry or anything. How about Pez? Pez dispenser for gifts. Who doesn't like Pez? Who doesn't like having the candy come out of the mouth? Like tilt the little head back. Here comes the Pez candy. We all love Pez candy, didn't we?
A solid cold Pez with Andy Reid's face on it.
Ooh. I mean, you got to pay extra for that, but I think that would be interesting. I like that one. I like that.
Nothing else, there'd be a laugh.
I like that.
There'd also be some but
I like that. Wow.
Because there's nobody in sports with a more recognizable face.
I think I wonder if they have those. Because I'm
pretty sure Sharper Image can fix one up for you.
Yeah. Do you think you can get a Stalin Pez?
I think they could probably do anybody.
That would be amazing.
A Stalin Pez.
Dude, how great would it be on your mantle as you walk into your
The
house.
whole collection.
No, you have like serial killer Pez dispensers. That'd be amazing. So look at this. So you got a Dahmer Pez dispenser.
Don't
you
do
open
this.
it up, and he spits out a femur.
Don't do this. This only
so
ends badly.
Oh, it's already started.
What is to be gained? Oh, man.
That is pretty bad.
No, but I mean, no, I like the fact that they got engaged because everybody was so smart and explained to us that this was a cynical ploy. At least for now, looks like a gold-plated idiot.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is the most important thing you can get out of celebrity now. Find somebody who's going to stand out, show themselves to the world, and be mocked immediately for being a moron. I mean, like Prince Harry. Yeah. He was a big deal a couple of years ago. Now he couldn't sell you a can opener with a can that was already open. He's hopeless. That's what I like. Give me the guy who thought he was a celebrity and then failed colossally. Well, like me.
They should elope. Little Chapel of Flowers.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
When they get eliminated from the playoffs, that should be the last time you ever see them. Just boom. They go live in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Remember, it was such a huge deal. And like, I'm sure I chimed in with some smart ass comment when they kept showing Taylor Swift up in the booth. It's like, come on. And then after a while, you're like, whatever. I mean, the NFL's doing it because, well, it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And it's a good business plan to show Taylor Swift on the TV. Like, why wouldn't you if you want to make money? They did it. And then, like, for a while, being the football guy, I just want to watch the game. And then after a while, you're like, what are you complaining about? Like 6 times a game, 3 seconds? They're showing Taylor Swift. Like, whatever. Who cares?
The only thing we do that endures about this culture, the only thing, is complain about our lack of bad luck. We're the worst.
Yeah.
We are absolutely the worst. You're complaining that you have to look at Taylor Swift in a football suite 8 times a game.
It could be worse things.
You know what? You have a remote with 8,000 other channels. Go watch HGTV. Learn how to pot a plant. Stop it. I mean,
never thought about potting a plant.
Pay for every sentence you emit.
Have you ever potted a plant?
Absolutely not. My wife does the gardening at our house.
You don't even water.
Oh,
you just stay away?
If you could pour wine on it, maybe you could get me. But no. I have 2 thumbs. Neither of them are green.
Okay. So what's the most useful thing you do at home?
Not ask her to bail me out. The most useful thing I do is I make spaghetti sauce.
Spaghetti sauce.
That's it. The rest of the time, I am a waste.
That's pretty important, though.
My wife should have a series of congressional medals of honor for the amount of crap she's had to put up with.
We're gonna have to tape that down again. It's gonna cover Ray's face. It's gonna cover Ray's face here in a minute.
No, you guys don't have to do that. I need you to get me more drinks.
Yeah. Oh, they can do both.
Well, yeah, but I don't want them distracted.
Okay, so what's the most important thing that someone should know that's making spaghetti sauce? Good Lord. I mean, I'm not asking you a calculus
question. Do you want the correct answer, or do you want just something
like
I pull out of my rear end?
Well, you do it.
All right.
You make spaghetti sauce. Like, how do you make
Avoid
it? Like
any ingredient that has a lot of sugar because you don't need it.
Okay. Garlic,
garlic for sure.
Okay.
Garlic's good for you. Actually, anything you like is good for you. You can make a case for bacon if you want to. But, like, if you get a jar of spaghetti sauce from the store,
yeah,
even if it's an imported one, there's like 15% sugar. Hi, would you like pappardelle with diabetes or without? That's it. The rest of the ingredients are up to you. I'm a big fan of sausage in my sauce.
I love sausage
But
in the sauce.
that's a personal choice.
You go pork,
Oh, of course.
kind of like spicy pork or just regular.
Some spicy, some not.
Got it.
You got to even it out.
Yeah. I mean, I could go all spicy, but that not anybody else.
Well, I mean, but your tongue's made out of a catcher's mitt.
It is. It is.
Because you've told me the things you eat. You got an asbestos lined mouth.
Yeah. I kind of like spicy stuff.
Well, and good on you. It's not my tongue.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out. But yeah, you'd go all spicy.
I like paprika and cayenne and chili powder and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to think the most useful thing. I'm not much. I mean,
Planes landing.
from a cooking standpoint, probably shepherd's pie.
Yeah, you've discovered that lately.
I did, and I really like it. The only problem is some are kind of lukewarm on it, and some really like it. And then I have another dish where some are lukewarm and some really like it.
How old are you?
59.
You are at the age where you make it for you. And if they want to get something else, they can either get in the car and talk in the clown's mouth or starve.
You know what?
Starve.
Yeah. I'm just going to start making stuff.
The only two people you have to actually make happy are you and Lori, and not in that order.
What if she's the one that says, nah, I'm kind of lukewarm on that one? Can I still go with it? Do I trump all? Do I say, I like it, I'm making it?
If she tells you to braise a shoe, take your shoe off, put it in the oven, douse it in gravy, and cut it up for food later.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You can't put ground glass in your meatloaf, but she can.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Operate from fear.
Although I do like
alive.
shepherd's pie. That's really good. And it's really easy, too. Surprisingly easy. So I do enjoy
and the
that.
people within your household who don't like shepherd's pie, tell them to graze in the backyard. You're Tom Tolbert, for God's sake. You don't have to pander to these people.
You know what? You're right.
You're damn right.
You're
I'm right. You really only have to pander to Lori, you, and me.
I'm going to wear my T-shirt that says, I'm Tom Tolbert, goddammit.
Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
Why haven't you worn it?
Seems a little much.
Really?
Yeah.
You shave your head. It's not like you're trying to be inconspicuous.
I'm glad you said head. I appreciate that.
God. You really are. You really are trying to get me to throw up.
Don't go.
Aren't you?
It's a little grandson Kai over there. He's getting very comfortable here at Fieldwork now. He's like, yeah, just kind of cruising around. What are we doing? And there's the plane again.
What?
The plane landing overhead.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I hate working these Air Force bases.
Come here. He's like, nah, I don't want to go over there. He goes, who's that dude with the beard?
She's looking at you like you owe her money. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So I know you wanted to, there was a story you wanted to talk about. Man U.
Manchester United.
Cloaked themselves in fame once again, huh?
They lost to a fourth division team. Well, it's not technically the fourth division because England is weird. It's a second division team, but it's in the fourth tier of English soccer named Grimsby Town. And there's never been a more aptly named team or town ever. They beat Manchester United, which is the Dallas Cowboys to the rest of the world. That's how big they are. There is no bigger upset on any level in any sport that you can find quite like that. And the great thing about it is that all of England went absolutely bat-crap crazy the minute the game ended. And they're still screaming about it now. That's the best thing about sports. When the mighty don't lose, when the mighty are embarrassed. And that's the best thing about the Cowboys. When they go 6-11 this year because he wouldn't sign Micah Parsons, that's going to be great for America.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why we fought those wars, so that the Cowboys could play with their pants down for the entirety of this season.
Damn right. I'm a big believer, and I think you are too, that when you watch sports, or I have a couple teams that I root for. I know you don't, but just as good, Schadenfreude. It's fun rooting against teams and watching their pain. Like I do get a kick out of that, and the Cowboys are a perfect example. I really don't care that much about the Cowboys, but it is fun to see them lose because Jerry and because the whole America's team crap, and they think they're more important than they are. So when they get spanked and sent to their room, I enjoy that.
Oh,
Enjoy it immensely.
They can't lose enough times by enough points. And the same is true of the Lakers and the Knicks
Okay.
and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yankees?
The Yankees, although not quite as much as before because they've fallen on mediocre times.
Okay.
But we'll say the Yankees. The Dodgers for sure.
Dodgers for sure.
Alabama football. What would be the basketball equivalent? Used to be UCLA. It's not that anymore.
College basketball?
Yeah.
I mean, Duke.
Yeah, probably. That's probably the best analogy.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I mean, they think they're God's gift to basketball. So it's fun to watch Kentucky get
I
smacked.
I want the mighty to fall so often that they start looking like the Jacksonville Jaguars. I want people to have to think hard when they have a choice between Cowboys, Giants, and Jaguars, Texans. I want them to sit there and puzzle over that question.
Well, I know what I'm going to be watching. Jaguars. You know it's his favorite. You know it's his favorite team, right?
Packers.
You know that's Ogden's favorite team, the Jaguars.
It's whose favorite team?
Ogden.
Idiot. Seriously, are you allowed to drive a car? No, I mean, don't shrug your shoulders. He said that in public. How do you live with yourself? The Jaguars. They're like 53 human mudslides wearing the same shirt. God in heaven, do better. God, root for San Jose State. Anything. That has no value. The people who are loyal to bad teams are just bad customers. That's like going to Safeway and saying, I know I'm getting overcharged, but I know how to get here. Be a smarter consumer. Bag these teams. They don't deserve your love. No, you can. You have a spine. This isn't the Yukon. You have choices.
Oh my goodness gracious!
No wonder you're single.
Before we continue on, just want to tell everybody to.
When you said continue on, you know that everybody here in this room cringed.
No, I know. That's what I want. I got to remind them though. Take care of your staff. Take care of the people that are serving you beers.
If you've already tipped them, tip them again.
Yeah, tip them again.
You've got disposable income. They don't.
This is a really, really cool place, and it's about the second or third time I've been here. For those that have been here more than that, you know, patio's fantastic, beer is fantastic, the layout is super cool. So we're hoping to be out here a number of times, and we'll just keep dodging. We're going to keep dodging until the sun goes away. Ray's going to evaporate here in a second, like literally. He's going to go from having healthy skin to needing a skin graft by the end of the show.
It is amazing because every time I do the show with you, I end up with a tumor.
They're going to be doing surgery while we're in the last 5 minutes of the show.
He got up for a second. I thought he was going to go get a hat. No, he's adjusting the camera. He's a little too pink. we got to pot down that color.
Oh my gosh! Like you're literally going to be like one of the. You're going to be like
the only thing I don't have right now is a spit.
You're going to be like one of those shows where the vampire just goes poof and it's on fire.
I mean,
you're just going to catch fire, spontaneous combustion.
I could get a sunburn doing this in your garage.
I do got to ask, though. Do you own a short sleeve shirt?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Because not only did you wear that shirt, you doubled down with a sweater on top of it.
Well, I didn't think we were going to be doing this in Joshua Tree.
I mean, Ray wanted that steam room feel to come out here to Fieldwork.
Well, the next time you ask me to do this, I should just ask, Will we be filming this in hell or like a normal place? Because if it's hell, I'll dress appropriately.
I do enjoy the rugby shirt, though. I like rugby shirts. Rugby shirts very cool.
They're underrated.
Very
Except
underrated.
Today, where they're
well, because it's one of the few shirts in sports that has a collar, and it's interesting to me the juxtaposition between rugby, one of the roughest sports there is out there, one of the most physical sports there is. They throw a collar on their jersey to almost look gentlemanly, and then they go out there and kick the crap out of each other and go grab a beer afterwards.
Well, because rugby, you're not going to grab at the collar. You're going to grab at the unprotected ear or the tongue or the eyelid. If you grab at somebody's collar, that's just weak.
Well, I'm not even saying grab a collar. It's just like you're more dressed up
no,
than you should be. Like, is there another sport that has collared jerseys except for the White Sox?
Well,
back in the day, they had shorts too.
Some soccer teams on occasion.
Yeah, I guess they do. Yeah, soccer teams do
NFL
occasionally.
Jerseys should have collars.
No, they shouldn't.
Absolutely.
Be absolutely awful.
How many NFL jerseys do you think would not be massively improved by a collar? All of them?
Collars are terrible on jerseys. Let me ask you this, because it just came to mind. What sport out of hockey, football, basketball would be most improved if the coach dressed up in uniform? Baseball already does it.
I don't want to see Rick Carlisle in shorts and a tank top.
How great would it be?
I don't want to see Belichick wearing pads. I think baseball's going to have to be it.
Hockey?
No, because there aren't enough guys like John Tortorella.
You don't want to see him wearing the sweater and the short.
If I see a hockey coach dressed like that, I expect him to get into a fist fight at the end of the first period. But they don't do that. They waddle back into their dressing room to tell their players something insipid and stupid before they go back out for the second period. The hockey coach in a game, other than yelling out line changes, I mean, a toaster could do that job.
A toaster. I got no respect for you because
the sun. Moving away.
The sun's barely hitting me, and it's hot. I got Ray. You are just. I don't know how you're doing it.
I like the way you booked this room, even though you don't live in Panama.
I mean, literally, if I put an egg on your head, it'd cook in 30 seconds.
I will have to hear about this from my bride. Because you bring a hat. I said, I won't need a hat. I'll be in the shade. No, I failed to take into account you like to work in a rotisserie.
All right, let's hit a little baseball. Anything on the Giants you want to hit?
No.
Yeah, they're hot lately, but whatever.
They swept the Cubs. Huzzah.
Did they win today?
Yes.
Okay. Interestingly enough, it seemed like the pitching was where they had all the depth, and now they're going to need pitching next year. So,
no, they're just trying to get to golf day.
Get what?
They're just trying to get to golf day at this point.
Yeah.
The A's are more interesting, weirdly enough, because they have a number of young players that you would be interested in if they weren't playing in secret for an owner who should be frog walked to a prison farm in Mississippi and told to weed on the side of a highway for the rest of his natural life. Because the A's are utterly hateable till you get to the players. Players are fun.
Yep.
Langoliers, Rooker,
yep,
Kurtz, Jacob Wilson. They have some young players that are going to be really good the moment they trade them to a team that will pay them money.
Yeah.
And that's the great frustration for A's fans. You get to see players before they join the major leagues, but you don't get any of the rewards.
Yeah, Fisher is just
easily the worst owner in sports, and that includes Don Sterling.
Oh, you're calling for worst owner in sports like ever. Oof. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. He's
well, you know Sterling. I thought there'd be an argument there, but
no, I mean, no. I mean, other than the fact that Sterling was a racist, I guess.
Other than that, that's small. Well, first of all, in fairness,
Allegedly.
he was the first racist who didn't mind telling you he was a racist.
Now,
Most of them are racist to an extent or other.
I don't know if I ever told you this. When he introduced me to golf tournament, we were at Pelican Hill.
Pelican Bay?
No, it was not Pelican Bay. 24-hour shoe program. Lockdown. No, I can't finish the sentence. Denzel can. I can't. Yeah, we're down there. So he introduced, the people that were there. Ron Harper was there. I was there. And he goes, "This is our new power forward, Tom Tolbert." And he grabbed me like by the arm. And he goes, "He's big and he's strong." He goes, "He's as strong as the black guys." Quote. Direct quote. And I thought, thank you. I go, I was like, I did one of these. And then it dawned on me like, hey, wait a minute. That's kind of racist. But not toward me, I think. I'm not sure which way it went, but
you know which way it
went somewhere. No, he was just.
And I would object to the use of the word kind of.
He was a guy that when he walked down the hall he'd always come in the locker room gawking at people. It was very uncomfortable. I would literally jump in a door. I didn't even know where the door went. It could have been an elevator shaft, and I was fine with that. Just as long as I didn't have to talk to him and say I didn't want to mingle with him. I didn't want to say, I just wanted to like avoid it altogether. But he was awful. Like it was, and we used to bring the maybe D-list celebrities to the game. Lakers had all the A-listers. We had Billy Crystal, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like if you got Pia Zadora, it's like, oh boy, we were rolling tonight. Pia Zadora and the third Baldwin brother, like he was there occasionally.
Skippy.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was, but that was the Clippers. And he was just, he was awful. Fisher may be worse.
No, he is
possible.
Worse. He actually is actively killing a team. He is moving it from a place that liked him but hated him to a place where they hate him more because they know he's just playing them, to a place that doesn't want him. He's going to kill the franchise. Kill it. In fact, I will tell you this. It is harder to find a good owner in sports than it is to find a superstar. There are fewer good owners than there are great players. And when I say great, I mean Wembanyama, Curry, James, I guess Brunson level. Jokic for sure.
The Joker.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
There are not 6 good owners in the NBA. There aren't. Most of them suck.
Yeah.
And some of them suck absolutely.
Well, that's because if you have a player who's not the superstar you envision him to be, you can move on. Can't move on from an owner.
No. You have to hope for that fatal MI, which is not a good way to live.
No.
Rooting for your death.
No, it's not.
Although I do make exceptions in some cases.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, yeah, baseball, I know we wanted to get into this just for a minute because Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, the best name in, sports, I'll say. The big dumper nickname is phenomenal. Like his poster should just be him sitting on a toilet. That should be his poster. Like, you know how George Gerber was sitting on a block of ice? He should sit on a toilet, the big dumper.
Well,
that should be his poster, and Nike should sponsor that too.
Ad.
By the way, like a half a roll of toilet paper.
No, he should have his entire baseball card put on his ass. Just recreated there.
So you think? See, I think, especially if they win the West, Cal Raleigh is going to win the MVP. Mostly because they would have finished first in the division, win the division. The Yankees have fallen, although the Yankees might actually have a better record than the Mariners.
They do.
And Aaron Judge probably has a better OPS. But Raleigh has 50 home runs. He catches, switch hitter, and he catches damn near every game, which is insane to think he can put up those type of offensive numbers while catching as much as he catches. Like, it really is insane to think somebody could do what he's doing. Now, Judge is great. There's no doubt about that. And I was going to look at his OPS here in a minute. It's probably still above 1,100. And I don't know what Raleigh's is. It's got to be above 1,000 or close to it. But you seem to think because the East Coast, it'll still be Judge if it's kind of close.
Well, I think it's partially the East Coast. It's partially the fact that Raleigh had a month and a half where he couldn't drop a bat in the sea. And I also think that the best team has a pitcher as their best player, which eliminates them. So now it's no longer about the best guy on the best team. Because truthfully, if we're going to look at the standings, there's nobody from Toronto. Toronto is Tarek Skubal, who only pitches every 5 days.
Yep.
And Judge and Raleigh. And I still have a hard time letting a guy be awful for a month and a half, which is a quarter of the season, and win the MVP. But I also know that Judge isn't healthy. So he may not be good in September. So I'm not so sold on my opinion, but if I had to vote today, I'd probably vote Judge. And I love the dumper.
Yeah, who doesn't? Yeah, Raleigh's OPS is 938. And I haven't looked at Judge's, but I'm assuming it's still over 1,100. Like, he's had a phenomenal year. When you factor in the catching, and he's a really good catcher too. He's not just a catcher. Like, I don't know, Gold Glove caliber. I'd be speaking
Probably not.
I'd be speaking out of my big dumper if I said he was or wasn't, because I don't know for a fact. But I know he's a plus catcher. And to have that and a switch hitter and the numbers he's put up while catching as many times as he has, I don't know. But you could be right. I mean, it's not like Aaron Judge has done anything wrong.
No.
He's had a phenomenal year. He just got hurt there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Took him a little while to get going again.
No, it's one of those infuriating votes where you can't be wrong. If you vote for either of those guys, you're right. However it turns out.
And there's 5 weeks left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot could happen in the next 5 weeks. Do we even need to talk about the National League, Ohtani?
I think we might.
Ohtani and?
I was about to think about that because there's nobody on the Brewers, although they're the best team.
Yep.
I mean, you can't
Phillies, Schwarber? Probably not.
Schwarber would be worth considering.
And then Ohtani's numbers are better anyway. Well, they're both DHs.
But Phillies, they both have about the same record. There's nobody on the Padres who has had a good year, which is amazing.
Yeah. Mets? Alonso
or Soto.
They've had good years, but they're not going to beat Ohtani in MVP.
I mean, it's probably Ohtani by default, but I think he's wearing down.
It might be.
But right now, I think he's probably the leader in the club. Well, he's certainly the leader in the clubhouse.
I mean, Kyle Tucker's fallen off. Pete Crow Armstrong's fallen off a little bit. As you said, the Brewers, really good team, but there's nobody that's going to win an MVP on that team.
That's it.
Yelich is their best player.
Churio's hurt, so.
Yeah, he might not even be in the top 5
Maybe
of MVP voting.
Goodman.
I mean, the best thing the Brewers have going for them is everybody's, like, better than you think they are.
Well, and they got
pitching's good.
Pitching.
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to be Freddie Peralta.
Mizorowski's good. I don't know if Mizorowski even back. Did he come back?
He's back, but he hasn't regained his stuff
Okay.
yet. I mean, Quinn Priester's probably having a better year.
Yeah.
But it's Milwaukee. They're winning on the basis of everybody having career years at the same time. Nothing wrong with that.
They're who I'm going to root for. I'll root for the Brewers in the National League. I'll root for the Brewers in the National League. I mean, who else am I going to root for?
Absolutely.
Dodgers, hell no. Padres, hell no. Mets, hell no. Phillies, hell no.
Here's what I want. I want
Cubs,
a Brewers
maybe.
Tigers World Series, and Rob Manfred blows his brains out just thinking about the ratings.
You know what I want? I want Brewers Angels.
I want to be tall, thin, and 33. Who do you think has a better shot?
You.
Exactly. The Angels. I've told you this before, and you know I love you, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. They've done nothing for you. They gave you one thing, and that was 23 years ago.
Have you ever been choked at a brewery?
You're not moving away from your beer.
No, you're right.
Okay,
But I
that's
was
why
just
I said
asking
it.
the rhetorical, because I could move my chair over there and try to sneak in there.
I'm being dead serious now, and it's not about the Angels.
I like the Angels are my team growing up.
No. But everybody grows up, and they learn other things. Being a fan of a team now is being a consumer, and if they don't give you decent return for the goods you pay for, what are you in it for?
But I pay nothing.
You're just getting cheated. Now, there's a quality human being.
Hey, my granddaughter,
Ask
Camila.
her what she thinks of the Angels.
Camila, you like the Angels? See? Yep. Got her hooked already.
See, that's bad parenting. That's just not,
You're gonna have to take that up with Weston.
You've got to do better than that. She's
Well,
gonna end up
this
scarred.
coming from someone who doesn't root for anybody. Well, no, he roots for himself. I can't get mad at him for that.
For me, I'm awful.
You root for.
I'd fire me if I
you
could.
told me that. So the only person you root for is you.
If I have to.
And I don't mind. I don't mind that.
But she's standing next to you. Ask her why she thinks the Angels are a good idea.
Why do you think the Angels are good?
Because they are angels and I like angels.
There you go. Boom.
Which I didn't hear.
She goes because they're angels and she likes angels. Does it get any better than that?
I'm appalled. That's all I could say. You'll learn. You'll grow. You'll go through this phase. You'll be good on the outside. You'll do well in life.
If you're in the neighborhood somewhere and you see that face,
This is just
911.
It's just a bad day. That's all you could say.
Be careful.
Oh no, I know better than to want her to approach me. No, it's the Angels. If she only knew what they've done to
I can't
Ohtani
quit.
and Trout.
I can't quit them.
If
Can't
she-
quit
if you
the
could
Angels,
explain
can't
to
quit
her
the
the concept of
Wildcats.
Anthony Rendon, she wouldn't be answering that way.
Who?
Rendon.
Who?
Yeah, there
I don't
you-
acknowledge
you have
him
a bunch of
anymore.
guys who you have to
I
deny.
don't acknowledge him anymore. Yeah, just his best.
Yeah, you're deep into Joe Adele.
His best hit as an Angel was when he punched the A's fan. That was his best hit. Joe Adele's having a pretty good year. So is
He's hit a lot
Ward.
of homers.
Ward's having a pretty decent year for him. Neto.
And here they are, still 12th.
We got to pitch a little bit.
No,
They can't pitch. at
Clearly
all.
they don't because they're not.
Yeah. So, all right, enough of the Angels. If I wanted to start an Angel podcast, I'd hope for 10 viewers because that's really what you get for an
Look,
Angel
she's already holding her
podcast.
head like she's got a migraine.
She's
Thinking
enjoying.
about the Angels is making her ill.
She's enjoying the show. All right.
Yeah, she looks
What
like she's having a
games-
ball.
What games are you most interested in watching this weekend?
Well, I'm not as interested in Texas, Ohio State as you would think
Really? Why?
because it's week one. It's week one. That's all it is. But I guess I want to see how bad North Carolina is. So I watch Monday night.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that jumps out. I mean, maybe LSU
Yep.
Saturday night because that's
What about Clemson? Ollie. What about Notre Dame, Miami?
nah. They're all talk, no walk.
I miss the Catholic versus convict days. That may be the best college T-shirt of all time, and I didn't get one. I'm
I'll
sad
tell you
about
what,
that.
when you can literally package and market racism that blatantly,
Oh, I love it. And I'm talking about the Catholics.
I've never
See?
met this man.
So you thought I was going the other way. I'm talking about Catholics,
It was horrifying.
which you're a part of that clan, and I don't mind saying it in front of you. St. Peter, my ass.
That is a sentence I have never heard before. No,
You got to be able to have a little fun with your
that was
T-shirts.
America at its worst,
Yeah, no doubt.
which has since been tied by about 80 different things this year alone.
No, I'm interested in those three games. I want to see how Arch Manning does on a road game. Ohio State, their quarterback, his first game ever, but he gets it at home.
I don't care a bit about him. I think he's
I'm sure he's happy to know.
Otherwise, all he is hype.
Who, Manning?
Yeah.
He could be. But that's why I want to see. That's why I want to find out.
To be a sucker in advance.
Yeah, but it's Texas, Ohio State.
Spend time in you.
They got a bunch of good players, regardless.
Oh, sure, but nobody's talking about any of them. They're talking about Manning.
Of course, what you know that sells.
I know how it works, but how it works sucks.
No, I'm not going to argue with you there.
I'll tell you what. I want to see who wins Temple UMass.
No,
one of those two teams is going to go 0-12.
No, you don't.
That's what I want.
No, you don't. You don't care.
I do care.
You don't care.
I care desperately.
No.
They've won a grand total in the last 4 years, 17 games.
You don't care.
I absolutely.
What about Utah, UCLA?
The idea of UCLA in the Big Ten is an affront to the dignity of all mankind. So I don't care.
I mean, I can't argue with you.
I literally hate the idea that UCLA left for the Big Ten thinking it could bail them out of their debt when it can't. And that USC went with them even though they didn't need to. UCLA is now like the 6th most important fish in that pond. And they're never going to be any higher than that. They're not going to be as important as Penn State or Michigan or Ohio State. And they're barely on par with Wisconsin. They made themselves irrelevant. And there was no reason for it.
Yeah. Let me ask you, I'll just ask you this before we get out of here. We'll let everybody enjoy their beer and at least
we should have thought of that an hour and a half
for a little bit. Niners make the playoffs.
No injuries, yes. Injuries, no.
I can't factor injuries in.
Okay.
Let's say this.
They'll get one of the 4 important guys hurt.
Okay.
They finish 7th. They just get in.
Okay. Second to the Rams in the division?
Probably. I mean, it's not going to be Seattle, I don't think.
Yeah.
And Arizona, I don't even have to bring them up. By the way, why do they exist?
Arizona?
Yeah.
I don't know. Why does anybody exist? Why do I exist?
Well, I know why you exist.
Well, I know my mom and dad, but...
Well, but beyond that, who's going to drink all the beer they make?
Oh, they'd find somebody.
Not like you.
But I'm glad. I'm very happy to help.
No, you don't even have a uvula. You just fire it down. You don't even taste it.
I like doing my part, Ray.
Yeah, you're a hero of socialist labor.
I'm
a
hero of the Craft Beer Association.
For the next time I'm on,
okay.
Think of all the teams that you know who don't need to be.
Yeah.
Just take the top 7 sports in North America. 8 if you want to take the Women's Hockey League. Tell me who needs to exist out of that group. I'll bet you will have trouble getting above 40.
Maybe.
40.
Possible.
What?
Possible.
Trust me.
Possible.
You think about that.
Okay.
While you're windmilling beers on the drive home, think about that.
What? No. What? Not drinking beers on the drive home.
I'm not the one who has to explain it to the cop.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, and I'm chucking the empties out the sunroof.
Well, that's what it's there for.
Heading down Davis.
Why do you have that plastic covering the back seat?
No seatbelt. No, I'm going to go full 72.
Absolutely.
1972. And you know what? I'll grab Kai and put him in my lap, put his hands on the steering wheel, and let him steer while I'm drinking a beer.
They won't have enough handcuffs for the amount of crime you'll commit.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, the sun's out of my way now. It's time to go.
It is time. People are probably like, yeah, we're about done with you guys.
This is a good time.
Now, we'll do it again. Let's do it again.
I like it here, but you sit out here next time.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to figure this out.
Put an egg on your head and see how quickly you can make breakfast.
We're gonna have to figure this out. Because I worry about your skin.
You couldn't care less.
I don't know if you have a deductible. Anyway. Yeah, let's take care of your skin so your skin will take care of you.
I mean, I'll know next time. I'll bring an umbrella.
It's pleasant, right? You should bring one of those umbrella hats that you wear with the headband and has an umbrella on top of it.
The angle of the sun will not help.
Yep,
me.
and then it has a tube where you stick a beer and it comes down to your mouth, or
I should just do a remote from the room in there.
a bottle of wine. You'll be good to go.
I'll tell you what. Once you said bottle of wine, you had me.
Thanks for coming out, Ray.
This was great fun.
No, it was awesome. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you tolerating us for the next hour or so, the next last hour and a half.
And
We
remember,
do appreciate it.
It gets better now that it's quiet.
It absolutely does. So thank you for coming out. We appreciate it. Again, make sure you take care of your staff. They're taking care of you guys. Enjoy the beer. Enjoy the wine. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy the patio. It's going to be a great weekend. College football starts this weekend. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get back out here and do it again sometime. Have a great weekend, everybody.
30% or you're a cheapskate.